Hello everybody, welcome back once again to my Legend of the Dragoon walkthrough. Alright, so this is it. This is the big Death Frontier guide video slash whatever you want to call it. And this one is brutal. Man, there's a lot to this one. We've got a bit to talk about here. Specifically, if you notice here, so here's some quicksand. And the way the Death Frontier works is, there's this underground cavern system. Cannot carry any more items. What? Get out of here. All right, I gotta throw some stuff out here. Boy, there's just something really weird about this footage that I'm not getting. Moon Serenade. Okay. Anyways, so this whole area is basically two connected areas, or maybe I should say it's one big area, and it has two separate underground areas that are not connected. Basically tunnel systems, obviously, where if you fall in through the quicksand in certain spots, in the correct spots, you will land where there are treasures. So, what am I doing here? Oh, I thought I saw. Yeah, I thought I saw something there, and it was just that bug flying out from the side of the wall. Man, for some reason that super reminds me of Secret of Evermore. Well, good game. Old school Super Nintendo. One of these days, maybe I should do a walkthrough for that. But anyways, all right, so here's the second spot. Of course, we have too many items still forever. So let's throw some more stuff out. I eventually threw, I think, basically every single one of these attack spells out, attack items. I don't know. I just, and that was a mistake. I should not have thrown out, and I think I did throw out my Panic Bell and my Poison Needle eventually, and I should not have done that. But, anyways, all right, Healing Rain. Okay. I lost my train of thought. Oh, okay. So there's one more spot here that, I'll be honest, isn't really worth falling down into, and it's just because it's a recovery spot, and there's another recovery spot further up, and I totally did not need to take advantage of that right now. But the other thing I wanted to point out here, and I should have done this better, but I guess I didn't really think about it until after I had already taken the footage for this. But basically, those spots where I jumped in at, there's another chest up above that it would have made more sense to run to the chest and pick up the chest and then jump into the quicksand to get the one underneath. And so I end up, unfortunately, just, going kind of doing a little backtracking, unfortunately. But, yeah, that's, again, hindsight's 20/20. So, excuse me. Thump. So yeah, I've got Hashel still using Five Ring Shattering. It isn't much longer here though, and I swap him over to his next one. Hexhammer, I believe, is the name of it. And then Miru actually has Cat's Cradle right now as well, and I think the video or the next part of my footage here actually has the first time using that, and boy, it's rough. Here there's like a little ledge that I needed to walk off of, and I didn't quite. There we go. Didn't quite get that now. And I'll just say, so again, this is gonna look a little goofy because, and I don't know what I did with the footage here because this just seems off, because what ends up happening here is I fall. Oh, no, I get it. It's because I fell in a certain spot. Okay, well, jeez, probably wondering what the heck I'm talking about. Anyways, I do end up falling into one of the sand trap areas coming up here. And because I fell in basically what ends up being kind of like the wrong spot, Albert has a little talk with Dart. And yeah, whoops, just walked right into that one. So again, this area is interesting. The enemies or the random encounters aren't so truly random. It's more like like hell in a prison, way back. Whatever discs those were, maybe even 1 and 2, I don't know. But the enemies actually have to interact with you in order to get into battle. And if you're able to avoid them all, well, then you don't have to do battle with them. So keep that in mind. You can kind of avoid some of these. I don't remember there being anything worthwhile to farm here, specifically from the enemies either. So I would say don't worry about that. And man, I'm having a heck of a time here. So Cat's Cradle with this isn't even with a counter hit in it, is it? No, it's not. This is just me failing. There we go. That was better. But anyways, Cat's Cradle with a counter in it is actually really tough to pull off. Obviously, again, if you've watched any of the other videos, you can see that I am a full-on cheater. And I'm playing on an emulator, which makes these editions a lot easier to do successful. I mean, it doesn't help with actually pulling the timing off, but obviously here where I'm failing, I can just, do them again. So it makes learning them a little easier too, the timing anyway. Or at least I think that's safe to say. But you still have to pull them off at the end of the day, and oftentimes I just fail really hard. So that's how it goes, though. All right. Anyways, let's move on here. So here I'm kind of hugging the wall, and I think my idea here was just to get to the next area. Now, there are two treasure chests that are up above ground, though, that I missed. And so I'm going to end up coming back to this side. And this is kind of like the transition between the two areas. So basically, if you fall down into a quicksand spot here, or from here on out, you'll actually land in a different area than if you fall into the quicksand in the first area. But all right, anyways, we got a little bit of a cutscene here. It's refreshing. Hear no monster, we can rest now. What will the Winglies in Ulara know? They should know the way we, or at least I, should take, so there is no need for you to come. Are you still saying that? Don't you understand it is no longer a problem for you alone? You just found out a couple of days ago, and now you think you can judge me? It is not as easy as pursuing one Wingly. Okay. Slap. What did the 5 fingers say to the face? You say it was easy? Don't be so conceited. Stop it. It won't lead us anywhere. Rose, nobody can understand the weight of fate you have carried, but we can at least lighten the burden for you. That's why we are going with you. If you have the strength to argue, you can go on. There is no other way, is there? Okay. Excuse me. All right. I'm going to save again. Now, that little spring there is a restoration point. So, this is a good place to train as any. You don't have to worry about, falling down into a sand pit in order to get to a restoration point, you can just hang out around here. Here again, there was a better way to do this, more efficient way, I should say. Which again, now on the opposite side of this quicksand spot is a chest that contains the gladius, which is a weapon for Rose. And the smarter way to do this would have been to not get pulled into this, quicksand spot, but would have been to go up and around and then go grab the gladius and then jump into the quicksand, because this specific, quicksand swirl, whatever you want to call it, leads to a treasure chest underneath, if I'm remembering correctly. So let's dive on in. Yep, there we are. So let's see what we've got here. Just taking showers of sand. Cannot carry any more items. Weird. All right, what are we gonna throw out here? Okay. Recovery ball. That was not worth throwing out anything for. And here I got, I wasn't familiar with the area down here, but this is not the correct way out. This just leads to other spots where, you can end up. There's a chest up there. I think there's 3 chests. So in the first area, when I say first area, the first underground area, there's two treasure chests and then a, recovery point. I think in this underground area, there's 3 treasure chests. Yeah, I think that's all 3. And then the exit is over here and leads us right back to the recovery pool, I guess, oasis, whatever. And this is kind of an oasis, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's go up. Yeah, again, so this is I think the thing that I didn't understand, so I'm looking at a map, and maybe that's obvious because it's maybe it's not obvious because I'm not, perfectly going to where I need to go here. But the thing that I didn't understand was that there were chests, up above, and I just thought they were below, and that's just not the case. So here we need to go up to the east, I think twice. Oh, nope, only once. I was wrong. It looks like we're going back west. And north again. West again, and into the sand trap, or into the quicksand. Thump. All right. And this will get us our second chest of this underground area. And of course, as always, we cannot carry any more items. Because we never can. Because we can't have nice things. All right, let's get rid of some of these recovery balls. There we go. Sun Rhapsody. Okay, that's okay. I think that's the one that restores one person's MP fully. Whereas I think the Moon Rhapsody restores everyone's MP fully. So, potentially useful at least. What are we doing here? I'm betting this is where I finally realized that there was treasures up top. And so I'm going to end up running over to the other side. At least that's my guess. There we go. Yep. Okay. So again, unfortunately, this is not as efficient as I would have liked it to be. Whoops. Just got into a battle right away. But again, so there's 2 treasure chests that are above ground in this area. So I'll go run and grab those. I don't think I I don't think I went into the quicksand then afterwards because, again, there was no actual need to. But, again, it would have been more efficient had I, got these treasures and then just jumped into the quicksand and then come out and kind of rinse and repeat. But, again, it is what it is. And we'll just have to. I think this turned out okay. Boom. Blazing dynamite. This is actually a really cool attack, by the way. I like that. Like jump kicks the enemy. I don't know. Looks kind of cool. I mean, the final hit is kind of cool too, but not as good as that jump kick. I think it just looks really cool. But all right. So, anyways, yeah. So, okay. Oops. Jeez. Not doing that great of a job of avoiding these. But, oh well. Not the end of the world. Not the end of the world as long as I'm not failing hard on... Oh, look at that. Boom. One shot cat's cradle. Mark that on the calendar because that's not going to happen ever again. And boy, God, why do I feel like 5-ring shattering should be done by now? I don't know. I feel like I've done those a ton now. And I know I was super close, so. Yeah, I guess we'll see. Oh, whiff. Sucker. All right, so right up here should be where the chest is at. Yeah, and if you notice there, see that, I think the quicksand to the right is where one of those, like the first item that I actually obtained. And so again, had I done this better, I would have come and grabbed this chest first and then just jumped into that quicksand. And then that would have got me to that first chest underneath. So, my bad on that, but hey, whatever. Now we don't need to go down there. So now we're going to run over to the second chest, again, that is above ground. Oop. Just running right into this bug. And this area actually isn't the... I mean, it's tough to navigate without a map, but... the nice thing is there's actually, edges. So we're kind of in a canyon, I guess I would say. And then, obviously with quicksand and then caverns underneath. And, so at the very least, this isn't like some, massive desert with repeating, screens like some games tend to do. This one, legitimately has borders, so it can be it's at least a little bit easier to navigate that way. But yeah, let's get rid of another recovery ball. Healing fog. Ugh. Okay. Okay, so that's the two chests above ground. So now we just need to head back to the east side because everything is we've obtained everything we needed from this side. Haha, psych. Okay. All right, yeah. So one thing I actually did want to bring up that I thought was a little weird. Obviously there's a little bit of dialogue that happens between Rose and the rest of the party there. What? Okay, where am I going here? I feel like this is not the right way. Oh, I just wanted to take a shortcut. Yeah, that's it. Or at least I think I did. And I don't mean that as I just screwed up and I'm trying to cover it up by saying it's a shortcut. I think I legitimately tried to take a shortcut there. But anyway, so yeah, we get a little bit of dialogue between the rest of the group and Rose. But it is weird that, nothing gets said between her and Dart. Being that... Rose is revealed to be the black monster, and that's like Dart's driving force for the entire game is to track the monster down. But I thought it was weird that there wasn't a scene, but as it turns out, there is one a little bit later, and it's like kind of like a flashback to this area. So I don't really know if it was more effective though to put it, later on. It didn't really seem like it to me. I didn't think that was the case. But anyways, all right. So this is the Gladius. Instantly kills enemy with a given probability. So this is obviously Rose's version of Haschel's Brass Knuckle. So again, it has a chance to just automatically kill an enemy, which I guess is kind of nice. But I'm not going to be using her quite yet. So she will still be on the back burner for the time being. But yeah, anyways, like I was saying, I don't really know why they decided to put the scene between Rose and Dart, later. But it does happen. I just thought it was a little weird, and I don't know. It didn't really seem like it made that much sense. Like it didn't seem like it was more effective to wait on it. Like I don't really know why they didn't just resolve or show us the scene right now. I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I'm guessing that scene is actually in the next video because I think the next video is going to be super long and it's a ton of dialogue, which is going to be horrible, but we got to get through it. So we will. Just got to keep soldiering on. But all right. Boom. Okay. So now again would have been the perfect time to just be able to run to the west and then, jump into the quicksand. But again, I just didn't do this efficiently at all. So, my bad. But, and boy, I don't know why I didn't bring this up earlier, but obviously if you're in this area, I mean, obviously you can follow along and hopefully it'll, and you'll do all right. But, I'll be honest, I think having a map of this area is definitely the way to go. Again, I think you could probably just watch my videos and make it through and get all the chests and everything. But I think having a map would be really useful too, as I found. I just thought that, I can't imagine just trying to watch a video of this area and trying to make it through just because, I don't know, it seems like a tougher way to try to go through here. But all right, anyways, power down. All right, so there it is. There is finally the power down. I don't know. I don't know how useful this thing is, but we'll definitely try that out. Or hopefully eventually we will. But I'm betting it only lasts like 3 turns. So I don't know. Maybe that's not as useful as I originally thought it would be. We'll see. Yeah, because I'm betting it's like the opposite of the power up, right? Power up gives one of your characters, added attack for 3 turns. I'm guessing the power down is the opposite, gives or reduces enemy damage output for 3 turns. But I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? There's probably some uses for it, but. All right, anyways, let's keep moving on here. We're making it. We're getting here, or we're getting there. I know there is another... Pretty sure there's another... Oh, yeah, here we go. Here's another oasis. Now, the crummy part, though, is that still... if we fall into, the quicksand in any of these other spots, it's still... it is still going to throw us way back to, the other spots. So, but whatever, it is, just got to deal with it. And I believe there's one chest up above ground yet, and then one below, for sure. Oh, womp womp. I was doing really good there for a while and avoiding these battles. It was looking pretty good. Miss. Well, that was a massive fail. Didn't even get the first hit done. Oh, yeah, because I'm missing. Okay. Yeah, tough to pull off an addition when you're just going to miss. There we go. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, there we are. Oh, God, Jesus. Every single time. I should have just thrown out like 10 items out of my inventory right away. And that was a major mistake right there. There is a rare monster coming up that that you need to confuse in order to defeat it. And so, yeah, that was a mistake to throw that out. I think those are still buyable, but it was more annoying than anything. And there they are, the bandit shoes. Best boots in the game, as far as I'm concerned, for the male characters in the game, because they give you 20 agility. So, whoever you want to boost up here, obviously Hashel is already the fastest of the male characters, but you can boost them all the way up to 100 agility with these bad boys. Otherwise you can throw him on Dart, give him his turn a little bit faster, more often. But yeah, unfortunately, my impression is that they're the only bandits shoes in the entire game, which sucks because they're great. But again, what do you do? There's only one. There's only one. Okay. Let's get back out of this area once again. I think that's it, though, for treasures. I think we got everything. 2 above ground in the first area. 2 above ground, I believe, in the second area. And then, 2 underground in the first area. And then 3 underground in the second area. Yeah, I think that's all of it. Yeah, pretty sure that's it. The bandit shoes are the real treasure, though. Obviously the rest of this stuff was pretty meh. Although I shouldn't say that. The Gladius was a good pickup as well. But yeah, it's tough to compare to any gear that has agility on it. But whatevs. All right, I think that's it, though. I think at this point now we've saved, and we could just get out of here. I ran by this because on the first time I ran past it there, I heard the little tone that the game makes when when one of those little exclamation or like an action point is or where you're next to an action point. And I thought that there was something there that I needed to check out. Well, it turns out it was just that spring, and there's nothing really important. But other than that, again, now this spot would be a decent spot to train as well if you feel like you need to work on your additions, or I would say your additions. I wouldn't train here, if you're trying to get experience. I think there's much better places to accomplish that, but additions specifically, this isn't too bad. Oh man, I'm not doing well here though. There we go. Boom. Cat's cradle. Well, and then I say that, and I'll be honest, I think there actually is a little bit better of a better spot, specifically if you're trying to train additions, because if you're just going to train additions, I don't know. Generally, if you're trying to train additions, right, you're fighting stuff that maybe isn't dying immediately. Although there's a poison needle. Nice. I should have kept this, to be honest. But I threw it out. Almost got jumped by a bunch of different stuff there. But yeah, anyways, if you're trying to train additions, generally you want to, train somebody or somewhere that, things aren't dying super quickly. But on the other hand, There is a optimal or a more optimal spot, I would say, just because of the simple fact that the enemies have good drops that we're going to try to get. I'll be honest, I mean, I'll just straight up say it. It's the home of the Gigantos. So it's not too long, and we'll be back there. Again, that was a dungeon that we were at 1 billion years ago, but we'll be going back. So that's my recommendation. But anyways, I'm out of time. So as always, hope the guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.